All right. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So we have an amazing call today with Lan, one of our clients, who is doing some great stuff with eCom, doing $1,000 a day. And we'll be talking with him how he got to $1,000 a day with his e-commerce business, which I'm very excited about. And just waiting for him to join this call. Just wait for me for a second and we'll get started here. Cool. We are almost ready. Lan is joining us. Merry Christmas. I hope you had an amazing holiday with your family. Still celebrating here in the mountains. We'll go skiing after this call. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can see me okay. And we'll get started just in a second. So yeah, today I have a conversation with Lan, one of our clients in Brand Builders Academy. He has done some amazing things with eCom. I just need to clarify where he's at with his business and want to see exactly how his business is doing right now. Just drop one in the chat if you can see me okay, if you can hear me okay. Lan, can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, of course.
Amen. Can you hear me?
Yeah, of course.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. So where are you based?
I'm from Slovenia. In Europe.
Nice. So your name is Lan?
Yeah.
Nice. What is the full name?
Lan Žnidar.
Nice. I have some amazing entrepreneurs in Slovenia, like
Oh.
Vigo Shop guys.
Which one?
Vigo Shop. Vigo Shop.
Oh yeah, I know them. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, some great entrepreneurs there, my man. So cool. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Just to make sure, like, are you doing $1,000 a day with your business right now or no?
Already on 1.5.
Let's fucking go. Let's
Yeah.
fucking go.
It's
Nice.
pretty fast and pretty crazy.
That's amazing, my man. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I know it's like what time is it for you? It's like a bit late.
It's 5:30. So
Oh,
5:30.
thank you so
Indeed.
much. Thank you so much for joining me right after Christmas.
No
So
problem.
cool. Yeah. If you can share your background, like how you got into e-commerce, like what did you do before that?
So actually, about 4 years ago, that was the first time when I tried to like start dropshipping, start selling something online. And actually, it I did some numbers at the first time, and then I didn't know how to scale. I didn't know how to do anything. I just knew how to like create ads and do some stuff online to like make good videos and go a bit viral. And then I like transitioned and started making something like social media agency.
Mm-hmm.
So we are still doing that. It's been now 2 years, a little bit more, and we are actually helping like businesses, mostly service-based businesses, to grow here in Slovenia. And we are doing good numbers on TikTok and Instagram Reels, so people really love our content. And that was the main reason why I actually really wanted to try making a brand, because I have like a background in content creation. I know how to make videos, I know how to make ads, how to like sell to people, because I was like doing B2B, and all I have to do now with like the same structure of videos, like just to make customers and make them to buy my products. So it's pretty amazing. Yeah, sure.
Nice. So you've been able to pretty much like repurpose kind of your skill set that you have already accumulated, like by
Yeah.
running your agency.
I think that's like the most important thing if you want to like build a brand first of all, of course, you have to surround yourself with people that motivate you, and the second thing is like you need some skills, right? Because if you don't have anything, if you don't know how to do like the videos or the website, then you need a lot of time to improve and a lot of time to learn. And since I've already been doing that in the past, that's why I believe we scale up so quickly and are doing the numbers that we are doing right now.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, it's like, people always ask me like, hey, they do something else. They have like 9 to 5 job or they do something else for a living. And they ask me like, oh, how do I get into e-commerce? I don't have like any skills. And then like, e-commerce is like, or overall like selling stuff online is like any other skill that you learn. It's like you learn how to like drive a car, or you learn how to drive a bicycle, or you learn how to, I don't know, eat and walk and talk. And like, so it's
Yeah.
it's something that like, but like once you get on this journey, once you start accumulating those skills, like over time they just compound and you become better and better at
For me, it's just like playing GTA. It's a game. You have to do this next mission, and then at some point you're already full with the skills and the sets to like make greater things. So I believe that it is a must to look at this as a game, not too emotional. Just do the things. You have
it.
time to do it. You
I
know?
love it. I love it. So how was it like? So for you, like, so before, okay, so before like you started the like e-commerce for the first time, social media agency, like what did you do before?
I was 16 years old. I didn't do
Oh,
anything. I'm 20 years old right now. Yeah.
that's crazy, man. You started early.
Yeah. So before that, I was like training stuff and going to school. Nothing special. I was 16 years old and like 17. Yes, sorry, 17, and I was just going to the school and hanging out with friends. That's it.
How was it like? So for you, like you decided like you didn't want to go like typical path, like go to university, like get a job. Like what was that decision process? You know?
Mm, because I've just seen like how you can make money without a regular job. But I'm still going to the university, right? That I believe because I can, why not? I have time. I have time to work, and I have time to school. Still have time to train every day, and I just like my day to be full and to focus all the time and zero distractions. I mean, little as possible, and just going through.
Mm. How was your family supportive of you kind of like going on an entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, and like my mother is, she have like a little company here, so
Mhm.
she's very supportive, and it's how can I say this? It's not like a competition, but we are always like in the evenings talking about stuff, talking about business. How can we do that? How can we do like more stuff? You know, and they are very very supportive. But actually, I mean, they have to be right because they want. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh.
That's it. My internet is okay.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, every parent wants his kids to like make the most. They just want me to like finish the university, and I agree with that. And yeah, we will see. I still have 2 years to go, but
You're
I
still in
believe.
the university?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, so you're managing to do this on the side.
yeah. I mean, I'm
Oh,
not
that's
having trouble. I'm not having trouble with like learning and stuff. So I'm doing both at the moment. But
man, this is so fascinating. This is so
yeah,
amazing. Like because I saw that you're like full time on this. Like you're just doing this on the side.
like it is full time for me because I go to school only twice a week. I just
Uh-huh.
like the important things and then like half an hour or maybe an hour sometimes of learning. But I'm studying economics, so it it's connected, right?
Mhm.
Um, so why not? It's like learning a course and like following the coach's steps, what he says. I learned those things as well. So it's like the school, the same.
Man, that's amazing. Yeah, I think for everyone who's also, I'm getting so many DMs from people. It's like, I'm in college, I'm in university. Like, should I wait until I graduate to start my business? I really want to start something.
Hmm.
And I always tell them, like, even if you have like few hours a day, like you can start on that journey already. And then if it makes sense for you to, like kind of like stop or like quit like university, like you can go at it like full force, or you can even like even part time. I know some people that have just started like part time, gotten like to like great traction with their businesses, and then once they're like full force, they just like their businesses explode because they accumulated all those skills, which again leads again to like accumulating skills right over time, because that's literally the most important thing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is important, to choose which path you want to go with your life. And I believe that for me, like, I want to be a successful entrepreneur. I want to build stuff. I want to sell stuff. And it's just like a mission, or like a side quest that I have to accomplish and then move on. And it's not that hard. I was actually like struggling. My biggest struggle was all the time seeing people on social media saying, "Oh, I work all day, 20 hours a day, blah blah blah." And what I realized is you only have to like put like 4 or 6 hours of deep work per day, which is not hard. Either you wake up earlier or you go to sleep later. It doesn't matter. You have time in your life, right? And just exit the distractions. Go and work deep work. You don't have to spend 20 hours behind the computer and like just checking stuff and scrolling. You're not doing anything with that. So when you have a structure and you choose to put 4 or 5 hours into it and do the deep work, I believe it's possible to do like many things with your day and your life, because you have 24 hours and you have time for everything if you know how to manage it. And I believe that a lot of people are having problems with not managing their time properly. So that is like the first thing that they have to do if they want to create something.
For sure, my man. And it's like, so how do you, so on a tactical level, how do you execute it? Like, how do you structure your days and your routine to have that like deep work time?
Okay, so um, I believe majority of people wouldn't say my day looks ordinary or that is how it should be, because I'm working late at night. So if I have, let's say, school in the morning, I go to school, I come back, I eat, I start preparing on my like scheduling stuff what I want to do today. I do the first block of work, then I go to training, I come back, eat again, and work till 2 or 3 a.m. if it's necessary, and again wake up another day. Mm, but I believe that you have to structure like when you work or whatever you do if you want to succeed. Like in blocks, right? You have to have like, time for other things, to chill out, to hang out with friends, of course. But in regarding, I mean, every person know how much like energy and time they can spend behind the computer at once. So is that 1 hour or two? You do 2 hours, you do something else, and then come back and just work. So the big turn
Mm.
for me was like visiting Dubai last year. I was just like, shocked. I didn't sleep for 3 days there. I was just walking around looking at all the cars, the buildings, the people, like working at 3 a.m., cleaning the streets. It was crazy. And that was actually last year was my turning point when I was like, fuck, man, you have to do something. Just consistency.
By the way, yeah, so someone asked here if you're coming to our. We'll have an event in Dubai at end of February.
Yeah, I've been invited from Victor. I hope. I mean, I have a holiday, planning a holiday in February to Dubai. So probably I will just go later and stay until the end of the February to join you guys.
For
So
sure, man. Yeah, it will be amazing. Like 200 people, like with some e-commerce killers. I say you'll come back from there. You'll not sleep for a week.
yeah.
Oh man. So okay, so you so you accumulated the social media skills. Like, do you actually kind of like practice like yourself, like TikTok, or do you have a team that's helping you? Like all of these like social media skills. Like what was the process of like accumulating them?
So you mean like how was it for me, or like advice for someone?
Yeah. For you, like how you did it.
Okay, so if I would have to do it again, I would do it differently. But actually, we started off with let me think. Our first client was, I believe, a barber shop, something like that. It was a service-based business. No, it was an service-based business, and I was thinking of how can we grow this thing now. And here in Slovenia, I mean, everywhere in the world, there are influencers, right? And in Slovenia, there are few influencers that are everywhere. And I was like, what? Nobody's watching that anymore. So I was like, we need to focus on the team who's working and make them into the influencers. So make them famous in Slovenia and work on that. So pretty much the content was just scrolling through the TikTok, looking what the people in other countries are doing with the same business model, and like copying or just taking the content and upgrading it and making the videos, really engaging posts. Of course, hooks are very important, and the whole story of the, like, if we say, the whole picture of the profile of some business has to, show the customer what will they get there, and as well working with the clients on the customers experiencing that, right? So showing on the videos these crazy experiences in, like, let's say, barbershop. That's we were focusing pretty much on that, and now we are doing ads and like focusing on creating more and more and more volume, and with that as well trying to have a good quality and good structure of our videos. We are pretty much focusing on the same thing. It is the story that we are selling with our brand, and it is the experience that you're getting when you're purchasing our product.
What was it like? So how is so that was in a Slovenian market, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so right now, like with your e-commerce business, are you selling in Slovenian market or are you selling in US?
We are selling Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
How is Slovenian market like different from let's say Australian market?
Okay, so first of all, only 2 million people are in Slovenia, and I believe, I'm not sure if I'm right, but 600 people are like old people, so in pension or something like that. So that only leaves us with, let's say, there are schoolers, let's say 1 million people that can buy from us, and that is the first point why we didn't choose like the Slovenia. And in Australia, of course, there is a higher standard, so we can get like a higher AOV. We can sell more expensive price on our product, and overall, like the content that is in English. So all of these, let's say, for example, static ads that are so popular. For example, Daily Mail, Australia, something like that. Popular things. We are like focusing on recreating the popular things in Australia to combine them with our product. So that's pretty much the the focus on our ads, and they are performing very well right now.
Nice. And so, like, do you have any like team members? Anyone helping you out?
I have one friend that is helping me out, and we're doing everything together. Actually, he's a bit older than me, but I'm, that he as well. But I'm the pushing power in our partnership.
You're a
Uh,
visionary.
yeah, like my first priority is speed. You have to do, if you have an idea, create it as fast as you can. Then we can like do upgrades on it. Just speed, speed, speed.
Wow. And I think like overall, like yeah, for entrepreneurs, like speed is like the most important element. Like
Mm,
I know a lot of entrepreneurs that like let's say they want to start a business, but then they think about it and they think about it and they think about it and then they start making their website, and takes them like 3 4 6 months to make a website, make their ads. It's like just like you have to get something to the market as quickly as possible, learn from that. It either works or doesn't. If it doesn't work, just evaluate, improve, and just like making those feedback loops as faster as possible. So what you said about speed is definitely like even big companies sometimes they move like too slow, like Kodak, if you remember. Like I mean, you're too young probably to remember Kodak. They,
mm,
they were making these like cameras and film, and they failed to kind of like catch up with the speed of digital cameras and all of that innovation, because they were like too slow, and they just went bankrupt.
yeah, I mean it's the same with Nokia. If you know Nokia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. So why is like so okay, you mentioned that you wanted to do like e-commerce, because it's like, do you see it as a more scalable business model?
Mm, mm. Yeah, of course. If I'm comparing social media agency here in Slovenia, I mean, I cannot scale that to like million numbers a month. And on another hand, we have eCom, like selling stuff online, and the shit is limitless. And yeah, that's a big factor of this transition. Mm, and yeah, just like as I said before, creating stuff, and then hopefully we will create something good that we could sell in the future, and move on to the next thing.
For sure, you already have that vision, kind of like to build like a real brand, like, and then
Yeah,
sell it.
yeah, of course. I mean, if I wouldn't have an end goal, I probably wouldn't even start. So I believe it's important to have an end goal. I mean, not end goal for life, but for this section of my life, this part. And yeah, so we are working towards that.
Awesome. And so, I mean, you mentioned, I mean, so you go to university, you run social media agency, you also I mean, you just took like e-commerce business from zero to like now like 1.5K a day. Like, what's your opinion? Like, I mean, basically three different projects like that you're on. Like, what's your opinion on people saying that they don't have time to make it work?
Yeah, I will say that's bullshit, because you forgot that I almost every day train for an hour and a half, sometimes two, and you have to make time. I mean, if you want, you will. If you don't really want it, you won't. You won't. So it is like my point. The point I'm trying to make is, if people really want something, they will make it, and they will make time for that. If they're like, oh, I want it, but in reality, they just like to be on, like to sleep, to watch Netflix. They don't really make time. If you have time to watch Netflix, turn it off. Go to like computer and do something.
Hmm. It's basically what people do, not what they say.
Yeah.
Huh. So what's for you, like, so you joined Brand Builders Academy. How was that process for you? Like, was that the first like mentorship program you joined?
hmm I actually didn't even know I will join. It was so random, because before that I was so the summer was the time when I like um, choose to make something in ecom, and I was selling some. I was making a clothing brand, and that, I mean, we sell some stuff, but we if we wanted to scale, we would have to like buy us a bulk stock, and that would
Mhm.
cost like a lot of money. So I was like, can't do that right now. And I came across from you like something. The product was 20 products, something
Oh,
like
the
that.
the pre-built stores, the done for you stores.
Yeah, yeah. And I was just like, I think my website is pretty good. Let me see what they can bring to me. Okay. And I was just like, it's just $20. Okay, I will buy it to see like what can you bring, right? And then I don't even know now why I joined that call that you have host that. And I was just asking some questions. That guy that was there, and he was like, what you ask. He was expect like, I believe you are expecting that people with no experience in the market and like someone who goes from zero, right? And he was looking at me, and he just said, "Do you think if I think that I'm in the right call?" And I was like, "What? What do you mean by that?" And then he explained me that you have this program, which I didn't even know you have. And then I joined the second call, and then a third call when I purchased it and started the BBA community. Um, yeah, it's amazing.
How was it? So, like, was it like kind of like stressful, or like were you kind of like skeptical, or like, is this like how it is, like in with online education, it's hard to find like good
Mm.
information, good support systems, and like was it
Have
were
to
you
say I have a wonderful sales team because I was just talking with my friend yesterday, and that's the question he asked me. What I mean, how did you choose to buy that? Why did you buy that? I was like, when I was on that call, I had problems that I knew the answers are in this group, and this guy that I was on a call with was like, okay, Lan, it's simple. You can go on work just like you did the past 2 months. You know how the results are. You know where do you struggle, where like the things that you struggle with. You can do that, or you can pay now, join this community, and we will give you all the answers. We will even guide you. Yeah, that's what I need. I just do it. Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. And I see, I'm reflecting on my own journey. Like every time, I, I invested in programs and I really took advantage of them. Like those are the moments where I had like the biggest, kind of like increases like in my business and like my skill sets, because at the end of the day, it's like you can definitely learn everything by yourself. There's like a lot of information you can find, like on YouTube, like different resources, free groups and stuff like that. But if you want to really accelerate the process, like you have to like you have to invest in yourself. It's just like the fastest way to get what you want.
Uh, I think it's like going to the gym, right? You can do it alone. Let's say you're of the start, you have 60 kilograms, you're like skinny boy, and there are two friends, right? One goes alone, and another one buys a coach. And in 1 year, what do you think the progress will be? The guy that
Yeah.
was alone maybe will gain 4 or 5 kilograms or pounds, and the guy with the coach will do crazy like crazy things with his body, transition. And I believe it's the same in business. um, you need someone to like lead you, to help you, because in the past month my head almost exploded with all the new information. I was just like, whoa, what's next, what's next? And it was amazing.
That's awesome. And the fact that like you started so early, like on this journey, it's
Mm.
like, let's say you project like 5 years of just like learning and evolving and becoming better entrepreneur, like 10 years, like it's just massive, because yeah, all of these skills, they compound. You become better, like how to move faster, how to build certain things, and it just over time it just adds up to that massive momentum. And you probably have seen some of the interviews with our clients from Europe. You remind me of Marek, actually. You know Marek? Marek Budner?
No,
No,
I don't know.
he's one of our like OG clients in our community. He's from Czech Republic. I think he's also very big on focus, like on deep work, and yeah, he's doing about like 7 million a month.
Nice.
So
We will
yeah,
see that.
he also started early, so I think you're on a good path. Um, so like for you, like with in terms of like skill sets that, or kind of like maybe paradigm shifts that you've had in terms of like choosing products or kind of like how to sell products, what were the biggest, like in the last few months, what were the biggest kind of like mindset shifts for you?
Mindset shifts.
Kind of like, okay, like I thought that this was the case, but then it's like, oh wow, it turns out it's totally different.
Uh, there were a lot of them actually. um, so the biggest was probably like working on the offer of the product, so not focusing too much on the product and focusing more on the offer and what value do you bring to the customers. So this is the first one. So now I don't think I mean now I think that I can sell almost every product, and before I was thinking like I need a product that sells. I mean, of course, you need a product. If you have a product that sells by itself, it's plus. But I mean, it's all about the skill. If you know how to sell something, that's a pretty good skill, because then you can sell anything to anyone. And that was like the most important shift. So really working on that offer that you can put out to the customers
Mhm.
and go crazy. So yeah, that the speed, but that was the same before. You have to. It is really important to me, you know, and it is something that is important. Mm, Maybe we can on the like ads. There was like I was thinking only video ads are now the hot stuff. Only video ads sells. Um, no, for me, I don't even. I have maybe one video ad
Oh
right now
wow,
that is active. We are doing everything with the static ads
wow.
because we have like the product itself. It is the best to just put it there to people to see it, and this is working for us. We will, of course, we will start making new content and new videos to test, but for right now the statics are amazing. So that was the shift in the mindset as well, that not only video ads are working.
And so, are you selling like jewelry products, like clothing product? Which category you're in?
It's more of like I don't know how to put it in category. um, it's something in between clothing and something in between the toys. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah,
Awesome. So
because it's a pretty new product, and yeah, that's why.
awesome. And so, how is so? I mean, you started with drop shipping model, right? You
With
started
what?
with drop shipping model, like, or did you buy inventory right away?
Yeah, so we started as drop shipping, but now we bought stock, a little bit of stock, because I was struggling with how to make my offer better. And then the deal was that I can get a much cheaper these products for, like, if I just buy them in bulk. And then I recreated the whole offer, and boom, now we are seeing the results.
Nice.
Because before, I mean, I got the people on the side because the ads are working perfectly, but the conversion was bad and people weren't buying it. And now that I know, because I had low margins before, and now I'm able to like play with it, and I think created a good offer, because we will see in the future, but I believe it's strong one.
Nice. Yeah, and I think like that experience that you have been through, like where you turned the product that, so initially it was not performing, right? Until you changed the
Mm,
offer.
yeah, I mean, it got some
Uh-huh.
sales. I mean, we still did like, tau, 1.5K in like 1 week,
Uh-huh.
but now doing that in a day. So that is how big of a difference the offer can make.
And I think once you do it, like, and then you see the difference, you're like, oh gee, like this is kind of like it's like it's like you never forget this. Like you just know that no matter what product you sell, you again you have the skill set to turn those products that might not be even like working very well or just a breaking even, you turn them into very profitable ones.
Yeah, I just love the moments when you're like, huh, okay, it was all the time in front of me. I didn't use it, but okay, now I know.
That's awesome, man. So we have a good question here. So if you can answer from your
Mhm.
side and then I'll answer from my side. I think this is very good one. It can help a lot of people. Um,
I would prefer to just say here someone wrote, "Hey crackhead," the lightning is up here, so I have to like look at this because it is shining at me.
okay. All right. Yeah. So what piece of advice would you give someone who is committed to a long-term journey towards personal financial success, who can sense, feel, and understand his deep drive, almost overwhelmingness, especially when they feel uncertain or overwhelmed and unsure where your emotions, your priority feelings, which was just yesterday, and all got similar leveled. Okay. Um,
We have to get it down.
yeah. So yeah, it's I don't know
Good
yeah,
question.
it's kind of like what would you like recommend? Like, have you ever been overwhelmed? Like, kind of like how most people like feel this like desire, like to do something different with their life, but then they might be like overwhelmed with information, or they might not have like the specific path to follow, right? And so they feel like there's so many different things and they're just like all in their head. Like, what would you recommend to those people?
I mean, I don't like to give out advices, but I will do like tell you what I did, because um, first of all, I think social media is a big cancer in our community, like in our world, and just minimize the time that you are scrolling on your phone, and try to put that time that you are scrolling on the phone in something that is good for you. For example, what I did, so I have two phones, right? Because on one I have just for like zero social media, but still I have to manage social media accounts for clients. So that's why I have second phone to just have WhatsApp to contact with you guys, to manage people's social media and stuff. And essentially, just delete the social media off your phone. I mean, you can check it if you want, if somebody like writes to you, but some like almost all the time there will be nobody that is contacting you out of nowhere. If someone wants you, they can just call you on your phone, right? And just minimize the time that you are like spending in social media and actually wasting it. Then download Twitter X. That is the best platform on the world, and just like follow the people that are like or sharing their journey or giving out advice. And then at the end of the day you have 15 people that are really valuable. Just go through them, what they are saying, how did they do it, and just start thinking of how can I implement that in my life, how can I implement that in my business. And just from that, I tell you, in like a month or two, you will have better ideas, more motivation. You will feel better because social media is intoxicating you, in my beliefs. So I believe that is the best thing to do. Just without the social media. Maybe you are having friends that are toxic, friends that are like not supporting
Mm,
you or doing or bad habits with them. Um, that may be the case. Maybe just lower the time you're spending with them. Go listen a podcast. If you like reading books, read a book. Um, just develop your brains. And from if you start today, like in 1 year, you know what you can accomplish? It is amazing what you can accomplish in 1 year. People say, "Oh, I wish I started sooner. Oh, I wish I knew that." Bro, you didn't. So the next best time is right now. So just do it. And yeah, I mean, I have a lot of friends that are just saying, "Oh, I don't have time. Oh, I wish I have started sooner," and all of those things, all of excuses. I
I
don't
wish
mean
I
to.
I wish I bought Bitcoin in 2016, right?
I was, I don't know, 12 years old. I didn't even have. I mean, it's not important. You can do it right now and just focus what you can build in 1 year, not tomorrow, not like next week, but in 1 year you will have progress, and in 5 years you will build something amazing if you just are focused and consistent.
Oh man, such a good advice. It's pretty much like information diet, right? Like you want to get in good shape, you have to choose, the food that you're eating in order
Yeah,
to get in good shape, right? Like if you eat like donuts all the time or like cake, like you won't be in good shape. But it's like with information, it's the same. If you're polluting your mind with information, like different people, distractions, even like like you said, social media is a place where people usually just show kind of like the best parts of their life. And when you
mhm.
look at it, you might be thinking, oh, everyone's life is so fucking perfect. It's like, oh, everyone lives this good life. People go on vacation all the time, like buying like cars and like, and you might think that this is, kind of like the reality, and you might feel kind of you're very much behind and you want to have that. But then between having that and between where you are right now, there's a big gap. There's a lot of work that has to be done. You can have all of that, right? But that's like few years of work that you have to put in. And kind of like if you're watching that all the time, it's kind of like demotivates you, because you think, oh, I'm trying to do something, and everyone has their best life and my life is so miserable. And like I remember I worked in a factory, and i was I was looking at social media back in Europe, like $2 per hour, 12 hours a day. And I was looking at all of these people like on social media. It's like everyone just lives their best life. Everyone like travels and buys everything, and just seems like it's kind of like perfect life. When I was watching that, I was very demotivated, and I was reflecting back on my life. My life sucked at that point, and it just kind of like gets you down this like negative path and negative self-talk, which is not productive at all. So yeah, I think like you said, information diet is the first step. Just be very careful, like where do you take information from. Be very careful also about like motivational videos
Yeah.
and
I
like
just one thing. I will give you guys one advice. That's the only advice I give is so when you're scrolling your phone or you're watching a YouTube video on how to make some business, something like that, or you're watching TikToks or reels of like people that are successful, you raise your dopamine levels, right? So
mm,
replace that dopamine level raising with the Shopify kaching, kaching, kaching. And you just have to get obsessed with the making, obsessed with making progress, obsessed. You have to like just switch here. It's not hard. Just get obsessed with making money, making progress, making better ads, making better offers, and that's it. You can get it's even better than scrolling on TikTok in regarding to dopamine levels, right? When you're in that flow. So why don't just do that, right? And you mentioned before like motivation, right? So I believe that motivation is important to some level, but I mean, you need discipline, you need consistency, because without that, motivation won't help. You know, in some days, let's say tomorrow I'm not motivated, but my ad account is spending like crazy and I don't want to make new ads. Bro, come on. You know, you need consistency and okay, yes, motivation, of course, every day to wake up and like to go happy with your life, but you just need that discipline. And motivation will come later when you have full bags of money and you will be, oh, let's go. Uh,
And also I mean, the even like the small wins, I always recommend to people, like even if you have like a small win, like just like, because we're reflecting so much on our failures, like as even as entrepreneurs, like, oh, I talk to some entrepreneurs and they say, oh, I tried Shopify 3 years ago. I've been trying this for 3 years, and they kind of like, and they're beating themselves for trying it and not succeeding with it, instead of
mhm.
like, okay, I haven't I tried it before, did I learn anything from it? So looking at every situation as a win, right? You either win or you learn. And just reflecting to that, and just reminding yourself as well of like small wins that you have like on a day-to-day basis. I mean, you can breathe, like you have food on the table, you can eat, like you have place to live. I mean, those are like small wins. And in businesses, like, let's say, people have these like big objectives, like when they start a business, or like they want to be like millionaires overnight, which is, obviously understandable with social media and stuff. But then, oh, today I opened my Shopify store. Oh, today I improved my website. Oh, today I made my first ad. I've never done this before. Oh, it's interesting to learn. It's interesting to become better. It's different. It's interesting to acquire that skill, and just seeing those situations as little wins and reminding yourself, because there will be like low moments in business, like, like I know. And just reminding yourself that at some point you have succeeded at something, and you have like, you mastered something and you learned something. And reminding yourself of those situations, not just of your, all the failures or what didn't work for you in the past.
Yeah, as well, I think that you just have to, when you fail, you don't need that to take bad, like it's a bad thing. I mean, you can take like, okay, I learned something here. Okay, next time I will know that and I will not do that, or I will change that, and you will make better, right? So it is important to start each of your days with a smile, and all the things that you did like in the past and you failed, you have them in here. So you're much richer in your mind, right? Each day. And if you have a good energy and if you have a smile on your face, I believe that you can do anything you want. Just
for,
accumulating the failures, the information, boom.
for sure, my man. So how was your experience in Brand Builders Academy so far?
Yeah, so the guys in there are crazy. So first thing I noticed, and the first thing that was really important for me, was when I joined the first call with Jeremy on the Facebook call. I was like, okay, there are people in here. Okay, I'm just to you to know. So I'm always like just not skeptical, but
I know, we're from Europe, I understand.
is this a scam? Sorry, this was
Yes,
my.
I know. Well, like
And then
literally, I know. I've been through all of that for sure.
yeah, and the first thing was, how can I now like tell myself or prove that this is a scam, right? So I went to that call and I've seen people doing like 100K in the last 7 days, and I was like, what the fuck? Okay, this guy can do it. Okay, then I can do it. And then this was the instant thing that when I started trusting you guys, and from there I was just like talking all the time with the coaches. So my main coach is Victor, and then the Jamie is amazing guy. I was writing with him all day. It was AM for him and PM for me, and when we finished, it was PM for him and for me was 3. So we were doing all kinds of shit, testing stuff. it was amazing, really. The guys, and of course on the Facebook with Jeremy, he's smart as ma fuck. And yeah, the guys are really really good. So I suggest this to anyone who has like money aside and wants to, build something for themselves. As we talked before, you need a coach if you want to be successful in sport, and as well you need a coach if you want to be successful in business.
Yeah, especially if there is like, because what we do is kind of like special, right? There's like, I mean, I don't know if you have like many entrepreneurial friends in Slovenia. Like there's usually these like small, yeah, right. It's like there's like literally, smaller kind of like buckets of people that are like-minded,
You know,
that are on the same page, that have the same goals, that kind of like want to grow like with their business, with their life. And it's hard to find those people sometimes in your circle. And if only information you get is from friends that are just like, kind of like maybe working 9 to 5, they don't have big goals for their life, then it's very hard to get out of that circle. And what we created is, the place for people to, like, even if they're not like physically located in a oh, you have nicotine pouch?
yeah.
Which
So
one?
um, I'm using the Pablos.
Oh man, shit. I mean, you have to bring it to me to Dubai.
Okay, yeah, man. In Dubai, they have special ones.
um, I have. Oh, actually, let me show you something. I have some. Um,
This is just to help me be more focused when I
I
work
have
and
I
when I
have
talk.
these.
When I
I got these. These are like Tyson, called
yeah.
Tyson, from Mike Tyson, I think. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
It's called Tyson. You see?
Oh, okay, nice.
I don't
Amazing.
know. Yeah. Okay. Let's let's not promote nicotine. Uh, and so yeah, we wanted to create the community and the environment for people to, even if they're not like physically located, to get access to the right information. They have access to like-minded people. Sometimes there is also, like people like even in your country or in your city. Like we've had so many, like even like Marek, he met his girlfriend through our community.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
really?
yeah. We don't have that many ladies. We need more ladies, I think, but in our community. But he met, yeah, and they've been together for a few years now. And so we wanted to create, because these are like-minded, and like if people have similar interests, it's just kind of, you can build stuff, you can build relationships, partnerships, and there's so much good stuff that can happen with it. So um, and
Yeah, important like to have friends that are motivating you. For me, for example, I didn't have that at the beginnings because we were young, right? And what I did was just like gaslight the friends, or not gaslight, trying to convince them that the going something, doing something your way is the best way possible. And now almost the whole our friend group, every one of them is doing something, right?
not
So one guy is doing like big in he's doing all the time trading. Some other guy is like trying to help his father scale their own company here in Slovenia. So I just like, if I don't have friends that are entrepreneurs, that was what I was thinking, right? So I don't have friends that are entrepreneurs, and I don't want to lose my friends because everyone was saying get lost of those people if they're not like what you want to do. I was just like, okay, maybe I can try to convince them to start doing something themselves, like for themselves, and they liked it, so they're getting more successful from years to years, and we are enjoying. So when we hang out, okay, sometimes we drink and we have fun, but mostly we get together and just talk business. And this is and girls, of course, but business mostly.
That is amazing. That is amazing. And I mean, also like the more you grow, like the more you can like impact people. Like I always think about this aspect of just like I mean, you have control over yourself, right? And your body, your mind, those are the things fully within your control. But as you grow as a person, as you grow successful business, then you can also impact people around you. You can impact your friends, you can help your parents if you need to. Like You can contribute money to charity. Like there's so many good things like that are just beyond kind of like fulfilling. We all have like selfish goals, but it's also the more successful we become, the more positive impact we can create. And even our conversation here, there could be someone like watching right now. It's like, boom, okay, this guy was able to do it. Maybe I should give it a shot as well. And that's why we're doing this to impact and help people out. Because I remember when I was starting out, like I was so lost, like I had no idea what I was doing, and I was looking for these like little nuggets of information, for this like kind of like inspirational content, educational content that would help me to get that momentum.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is like the struggles that I think everyone is facing at the beginning, and you just have to find someone, then like trust him. If you can get in contact with him, mm, just start working. But I think that especially young people, um, they have problems with following too much people, right? So
Mhm.
this was for, like, I'm being honest, but this was a problem for me, like trading, you know, and you have to choose something, right? Because you can be average in all the things, but at some point you have to choose something if you want to be really successful at it, and just work towards it. So for me, that was eCom, and just as I said before, it's connected with the content creation that I'm already doing, and why not just go?
My man, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Like next benchmark is 100K a month. That's the next stop. We'll have our next conversation there to
Yeah,
reflect on your journey. Let's make it happen. So I need to go. My son here, he wants to go skiing. he's he's very upset. you
yeah,
you
you
want
have.
to go skiing? Okay, yeah, he wants to go skiing, so I have to go. Yeah, we're here in the mountains. Just
Yes.
recharge a lot of snow. Right, my man. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can see. Yes, you can see.
Hello, big boy.
Yeah. My man, thank you so much for joining me. And right after Christmas, I know it's also evening for you. So thank you so much. I think even like if one person watches this and just decides to do something with their life, with their business, I think that was definitely worth it. And thank you so much for joining me. I'm looking forward to seeing you at like 100K a month next benchmark.
Yes. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm looking forward as well to meet you in person, so we can hang
Awesome.
out.
Yeah. Same here, my man. Same here. Thank you, Len.
Have a great day. Goodbye.
You too. Bye bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you.